episode of the Preview Review Show. I'm your host, Lonnie Johnson, and today I'm joined with not one, not two, but three guest hosts. We've got Tara Linnan, Andrew Kurcan, and Rebekah Johnson. Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Hello. How's it going?
All right, so on the Preview Review Show, what we do is we look at previews of movies that are coming out in the theater or even online and let you know how we feel about them. We give them a rating of 5 stars, how everything's going to go on Rotten Tomatoes, and then where to watch them. This is just so you can get your own honest review from us about what's coming out in the near future. Now, if you could do us a favor, please click on the subscribe, ring that bell so you know when we're doing something, and it'll help us get our numbers up and keep this show going. It really does help out. And with that, let's get a small word from our sponsor before we start into our first movie.
I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Sal Baltimore, a premium watch company that is proudly designed and assembled in Baltimore, Maryland, my home state. With attention to detail and quality in every design that pays tribute to the city of Baltimore and its people. A watch you can be proud to wear every day. I myself own the Founders Edition and love to show it off. Go check them out at salbaltimore.com.
Next movie, it's one of the movies that I've been waiting to see a redo for. It's a little controversial because they supposedly already did the continuation or redo of this, so let's see what happens with it. It's the new release from the Ghostbusters franchise, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
What are you doing here in Somerville anyway?
Honestly, my mom won't say it, but we're completely broke. And the only thing that's left in our name is this creepy old farmhouse our grandfather left us in the middle of nowhere. Why'd you bring me up here?
Entertainment value?
What is that?
I don't know.
Somehow, a town that isn't anywhere near a tectonic plate, that has no fault lines, no fracking, no loud music even, is shaking on a daily basis.
Under the dining table now! Hey, remember that one summer we died under a table?
I found this in my living room.
Whoa, killer replica.
A replica of what?
A ghost trap? There hasn't been a ghost sighting in 30 years. New York in the 80s, it's like The Walking Dead. Your dad never mentioned this to you?
It's just my mom. My grandfather died. My mom says we're just here to pick through the rubble of his life.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Call it fate. Call it luck. Call it karma. I believe that everything happens for a reason.
Come on, darling.
It has a gunner seat?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now, it's like I'm beside myself and really want to go first. Tara, give us your spiel.
Okay. Holy shit. I am so excited for this, like crazy Xenu humping Tom Cruise jumping on a couch excited. Like, oh my fucking God. Okay, so as a child of the 90s, let me just put it this way. Okay, so you see the Echo, like the Ecto-1 driving. Fucking goosebumps, man. Goose fucking bumps. You hear the sound of the siren and you're just like, oh my God. Like, they are doing, like, with the loss of Harold Ramis, you never knew what they were going to do to acknowledge that. I think they're honoring Harold Ramis in an amazing way as well. I think, like, I don't even know if I want to besmirch this with the whole chick version of Ghostbusters and the trash that was.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Because that's the reason why I wanted someone else to go first, and now I have to chime in. The girl version. No, not you. Sorry, you spoiled it. I have to put out this caveat. Yes, they did the girl version of it. Thank goodness that their inclusion and everything else. Was it a good movie? It was okay, but it was not in keeping with the story enough of the Ghostbusters that it did make me angry and want to go trash on it. This is why I wanted someone else to go first, because I didn't want to be the first one to say it. All right? So now I'm going to let you keep talking.
I said it was, listen, I said it was a trash can dumpster fire of that movie, but this one has inclusions. Like it includes females in there. It has Paul Rudd is going to be in it, and that man is a damn genius. Like, he can make Cheerios seem funny. You have all of this stuff going on with it, and on top of that, like, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Ivan Reitman's son is doing this. So the OG man that made Ghostbusters is handing the torch down to his son. So, you know, his son has so much to prove with this. And, you know, all of us millennial babies that are getting older and we're getting into middle age now, you know, you can't fuck up our childhood, because we will turn on you in a flash. And just by this preview looks like a movie that I'm literally probably going to watch every day. Like how my kids watch Frozen every fucking day for a year, I will watch Ghostbusters every day for a fucking year.
This movie has been one of the movies that I've been like, please continue this, do this some way. Well, was really disappointed with we're calling it the female or whatever it was called. It wasn't bad. I'm not gonna completely destroy the movie. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't keeping in tone with the story like it needed to do. Let me get the technical stuff out first so I can rant on everything else. Finn Wolfhard, great young actor coming up. He's a great person to take on this mantle and lead it on to everything that needs to be. Paul Rudd, yes, he's going to be that great mentor in this situation to tell everyone who's now coming into this story about what these great people in the past did. I don't want to ruin some surprises of this, but I did do a little reading on it, and every living member of the original cast is going to be in this movie one way or the other. Sorry, spoiler, but had to do it. You know, when I read that, I was just like, oh, hell yes, this is going to be a good movie. I love that they brought the Ecto 1 back the way that it was in the original movie and added the gunner seat from the cartoon, because that was part of canon that they wanted. If you are a Ghostbuster lover, you have seen the cartoon, you saw the gunner, everything that they had that was canon has been brought into this movie. It is really, really the way that you wanted to see a continuation of this movie, not with Chris Hemsworth running around going, oh, I'm sexy. No, you wanted to see all the goofiness of it that came from the original movie. I can't wait to get this, but I'm going to have to pass it off, because otherwise I'm going to just talk for another hour just about this movie. Andrew, you're up next.
Okay, yeah, I'm slapping my computer around because I'm laughing so much at the feedback thus far. So I have two main thoughts right now watching this trailer. This is the difference between the Kubrick Shining and Stephen King Shining. And it's different, what I call the retro future problem. You've got a bunch of people, some of them born before us, some born after us, who look at like the past and they see the Atari box cover and they think that's what the experience was. They don't think about Pong and what the actual experience was. This looks amazing. It looks true to the original. It's the movie we grew up in love with, the Marshmallow Man, and you know, are you the gatekeeper? I mean, it's all of the stuff that we love, and it's done right. Whereas the reboot, it was good, but it looks more like a modern comedy than the original like tenor and feel of it, and that is so important. I think since we've had stuff like Stranger Things come out, you know, especially that's a nod to the cast that's in this new one. We've recaptured that. It feels like a 1980s production that is done correctly with all of the stuff in there and with some updates too. Hopefully it doesn't have any of the problematics, but regardless, I am stoked. This looks real. This looks right. And even the monsters and the whole thing. I mean, I'm there. This is happening. I'm seeing this. Whenever I can see it, I will go see it. I will, risk COVID, and it's going to happen. So that's what I got to start with. It's in.
Rebekah, why don't you tell us how you feel about this one?
I just want to start off by saying that Chris Hemsworth was the only thing that made me laugh in that reboot movie. So I'm going to give him props for that because he was hilarious.
Of course.
He was the best part, and not because of his looks, because he was funny. Anyway, this looks fantastic. I'm so excited to watch this. It definitely is an 80s child. This has that same feeling that all of those 80s movies gave us, like Stand By Me and Goonies, and like with the kid aspect. And then you have all the sweet shit from Ghostbusters layered into it. And it's just like a perfect, like, trifecta or a combination of all of those things, like the adventure camaraderie of an 80s film with the same kind of humor and action. Like, it's just the perfect combination. So I'm really stoked about it. McKenna Grace looks exactly like a young Harold Ramis. Like, I don't even know where they found this kid or how they did it, but like looking at her, you're like, oh my God, she really is like his lineage. So I love it. Finn Wolfhard is a great actor. He's already proven that. And frankly, I will watch anything that Paul Rudd is a part of, because I've never seen a bad Paul Rudd project of any kind ever. He's just stellar in everything that he does. So I'm so excited for this. I cannot wait to watch it.
Copy that. Rebekah, I'm going to hit it right back to you. Give us your grades on this. 1 through 5, Rotten Tomatoes, when and where you're going to see this.
Yeah, that's a 5-star preview for me. There was nothing about that preview that did not excite me and make me want to see that movie. It was perfect in its tone. It showed enough of the story to intrigue you without giving anything really away. So definitely a 5-star preview. I think if the movie ends up being as good as the preview, that this is a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes easy, because of nostalgia. People love Ghostbusters. People were pissed about the reboots. I think they're looking for something like this. So it's going to be a solid, fresh, like all the way. And I will see this in theaters if I can safely do so and theaters are open. Otherwise, I will pay whatever the price is to rent and or stream it, because I'm watching this.
Thank you very much. With that, Tara, take it away.
Okay, so obviously 5, all across the board. Like, little dings, like you put some like little highlights in here when you make the edits and cuts, and like, fancy lights, ding, 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 5 everywhere. Rotten Tomatoes, again, same thing as with Rebekah. I have to agree with her. That hits nostalgia right in the gut. For all of us that grew up watching the movies, the cartoons, everything else. I think they are going to love it. And with the shit kind of world we're in right now, we need that sense of like when things were peaceful. And so I think, definitely low 90s to this, and they might even give it 100. And the one person that says no, we're going to go to their house and toilet paper it. But like,
wow.
Yeah, I know. Like, don't hate on the Ghostbusters, because I will find you. You get that? I will find you.
Are we talking pitchforks or tiki torches?
Ooh, no, not tiki. No.
Oh no, we're talking complete destruction. Like
yes.
We're not playing.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is the Area 51 raid, but better on the one person that marks it down. And as far as going to see it, if it's in theaters and I can safely see it, hell yeah, I do not mind shelling out any kind of money to go see this. I will also buy it when it comes out, and I don't buy movies because what's the point? And I will pay for it to rent, because I'm going to encourage them to make a second one as much as I can.
Very good. Very good. Andrew.
Yeah, I mean,
tell us what you feel.
This is a straight 5 for me, and I do think Rotten Tomatoes is going to be up in the 90s. I think people are going to love it. I mean, it's the family lineage. Jason's is Ivan's son. This is a family project film. I think the torch has been passed just by looking at it. It's modernized perfectly into the correct retro future of how we experienced it, because I think that's been a lot of the problems with a lot of these reboots, is that they're either looking at it from our parents' viewpoint or from like a completely uneducated viewpoint, which is fine, but that's not for us. This feels like it's made for us. It's everything we need. I'm stoked. I'm right there with you. If it's safe to go see it, I probably won't risk life and limb, but if it's safe to go see it, yes, or definitely gonna give them my money because this is art that I need. This is warm, fuzzy, and it feels like one of the few times that my childhood has not been raped by the major media conglomerates.
Wow.
This is done right.
Wow, this is the wow episode for me. You guys are really going at it. Give us the rest, the Rotten Tomatoes, and where you're gonna see.
Oh, I'm sorry. 5.0, 90% on Rotten, and I will see it as soon. I should also add too that when I use the rape my childhood, I'm not demeaning the actual inference of the word. I'm just looking at all of the products that have been put out where it's like, yeah, we slapped the name on it. We have one of the actors from the original. You're gonna love it. No, not at all. This is nothing. This is nothing like it. But anyways,
I think the term you're looking for is the corporatism of the movie because it got corporatized and redone. With that, let me pick it up. Yes, this is a golden. I'm giving it a SpongeBob 5. All right, this is definitely that big golden 5 right in your face. It's what everyone who watches a movie wants to see. This takes from that golden age of movies where everyone's like, yeah, movies are at the top. This is what you want to do, and gives you that taste and flavor that you've been missing for years, especially for us Gen Xers, millennials, all those people of those 80s and 90s that were watching everything and want that back down and not that corporatism flavor that was given to us in that last iteration. So with that, Rotten Tomatoes, I'm definitely right there with Tara. This is 100%. If this doesn't get the highest rating on both the critic and the viewer rating of Rotten Tomatoes with the ultimately fresh, then that we need to go find out who was that one person and just take care of them. When and where I'm gonna see this, if this is not shown, it's definitely going to be in IMAX and probably what I'm going to see, but if this is not shown in 3D, they did not do this movie justice. This is one of those movies that it should be shown in, like, you must see this in 3D. No, we're not showing it in anything else. Here's some glasses. We've cleaned them. We sprayed them. Here's your own little tube. Put your glasses on and enjoy that. You're really going to have a hangover afterwards.
Can you imagine Slimer in 3D? Like, oh my God, like him coming out and then just like, oh, I need it.
Exactly.
Amazing.
This is one of those movies where when I was in the movie theater and we had to do Rocky Horror Picture Show, and people were throwing food and whatnot, this is the return. The theater should do the opposite same. Put slime cannon, string, and all that other stuff. And while you have the glasses on, shit is being thrown at you. Water's being thrown at you. Foam bricks and everything else. So it's not only just 3D, it's a complete sensory overload that you're like, oh my God, it was so real. That's what this movie is to me and is to all of you guys who are watching this with me. But, we've taken a lot of time on this one. So, let's put that one away. And, with those grades, who knows what's going on. But I want to thank all 3 of you for being here today, for helping us with the preview review show. It's great that you're able to join us. And I hope you watching come back. Remember, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and look forward to watching the next preview review show with us. And who knows, maybe even you will join us on the preview review show. Thank you. Have a good day.